Hello and welcome back to Europa Halo's coverage of the Halo 5 Pro Series. I'm Shersy1. It's Caelan Doyle. We've got grand finals. It's Mockit. It's up against Cartel. Cartel have won it week 1. They're looking to win it again in week 3 after Power won it, of course, in week 2. What way is it going to go? Caelan, talk to me.
Given on previous form, you would think Cartel. But look, we've had a few shocks today. Power knocked out by Final Form knocked out by Mockit. In my view, it was a shock because anybody who beats Power, deserves to get a chance at grand finals. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for them. But look, Cartel, obviously heavy favourites going into this one. Legends is back, and you're going to see. I talked about aggression on Precision Night, or Precision Night. But Legends just a different kettle of fish here. This is like the sheer movement and aggression in around corners. Hard to keep up, hard to hit, and definitely going to be one to contend with today for the Mockit case.
So let me pose a question to you, okay? So you're favoring Cartel, okay? Power won week 2, beating Cartel. I know they had Precision Night, they didn't have Legend, but Power won, okay? And then we had Final Form beating Power, and then we have Mockit beating Final Form. So doesn't that, in a way, roundabout way, mean that Mockit can beat Cartel here? Doesn't that, in some sort of way, in some universe, in a timeline, that could happen?
Anyone can beat anyone on any day. Obviously, different things can happen. But look, yes, by logic, potentially Final Form, Mockit. If you were doing this by title belt, for example, if it was boxing, then yes, Mockit is your champion elect here at the minute. But look, form goes out the window with this one. When Legends is back, Legends is just a different player. Sometimes he puts up the same amount of work as two players. So you're some situations it might seem like it's 5-on-4 for these guys. It's just crazy.
So you mentioned before we came on that you want to do a giveaway before the grand finals, and then you want to do one after. So fire it out there.
Yeah. So last chance, last 10 seconds or so. The word was Batchford, all lowercase. I seen he was getting plenty of stick in the chat. But if you type in Bashford into lowercase, we will roll that there. We'll have to think of a mini game though for grand finals.
No, I don't have to think of a mini game. You do. I thought of a mini game last week. So did Wonder Boy. So you come on the show.
Wonder Boys was a good one, I have to say. Unfortunately, Halo Data didn't do the stats this week.
So you're throwing shade at my minigame. Inadvertently, that's not very cool, is it? But anyway, you have to think of a minigame, and then I will judge your minigame on its merits and how good it is. So
okay. I've got one.
Okay, but you can save it after the grand finals.
Okay.
You can save it
anyway, we'll roll the winner. So 2Pa9 won the first one. We'll chat to him after this one. And the winner for this one is Matty Rums. He won one last week by default. Obviously, Matty Rums of Noob Combo. Matty Rums, well done.
We do love a bit of Matty Rums around here on Europa Halo, and he's getting all the nameplates. He's only here for nameplates at the end of the day. Yeah, we have to call him nameplate Rums or something because he's flushing them.
Yeah.
So we'll hook him up again with another nameplate, of course. Just our weekly Matty Rums nameplate giveaway.
He sent it as the same nameplate. No, we have 3 nameplates to give away, and you can take your pick. So
yeah, take your pick of the favorite. But back to the Halo action, back to grand finals. We've got CTF on Truth. It's Cartel. It's Mockit. There's gonna be fireworks. It's gonna get saucy. We're gonna start, of course, on board with Sika. What can he do off the rip to try and secure this camouflage?
Well, it's really an interesting play. Immediately, I'm actually looking at the foresight. Where did Legends go? Legends making an interesting play across bottom mid, but yeah. I'm going to be very curious about how Cartel open this one up, because this is a sort of game that you don't want to overcommit too much and find yourself open for a counter cap. Immediately they did sort of open up quite strong, but find themselves back spawning on their own side. I don't know. What do you think, Shersy?
Well, Mockit off the rip do have this team pegged back. Flag is out. It's on the move. It's been thrown out through the window. Not generally a place you want to throw the flag if you're actually looking to get a cap, or just to put pressure on this Cartel roster and make them turn towards their own base and look back behind them again instead of them being able to attack. But SLG is set up towards this P side. Put some shots down onto Batchford. Now Batchford have that information to the player on the flank, and as you can see, he's immediately trying to put pressure on the SLG, but it's taking out the no shields. But Looney is there to answer back and help out his teammates. So great work out of them, just getting SLG out of their base. Batchford gets a big melee looking to get some action going over towards this Cartel side, but he cannot do so. It's all very tit for tat at the moment. It's all ebbs and flows, and nobody seems to be able to get control thus far.
Yeah, well, interesting that I don't think they've dropped a map so far this week. They find themselves a bit under pressure, probably more than they're comfortable with, to be honest, because Mockit seem to really, in terms of territory, it seems to be all the action that's happening on the red side here. Shitty playing hide and go seek with Looney, but eventually does come out victorious. Opening exchange is quite interesting. Definitely didn't expect Mockit to come out as strong as they have. The flag away again. I think that's about the third time that Mockit have pulled the flag. So definitely not a walkover.
Sika has a flag out on the other side as well. Is there an argument to say that because Mockit have had some better opposition in the series, they're a little bit hotter, they've had to fight some better players, and because of that they're a little bit sharper, a little bit more fine-tuned at the moment, and you might be able to catch Cartel a little bit cold in the series because they've had a little bit of a wait. They've just been 3-0 people, just giving people the backhand through the bracket, but now they're up against the fight and they have their backs to the walls for a brief moment as it looks as though Mockit, both players have gotten off that return for a moment, but Zur will double back for it, and it looks as though the flag is still out and on the move. No, it looks as though, looks as Looney has the flag out, he's on the move, and Zur, he's over in the opposite base. Looks he needs to try and get top middle to help his teammate secure this flag cap. And he puts some shots down, but looks as though that player is available, does know he's there, and Zur gets a trade onto Shady, and the flag has still yet scored.
Sika just pulled one, he missed it off the board, he tried to get it out the front middle, the flag does drop down.
Somehow SLG manages to get it out as well, but that is 1-0 in favour of Mockit, and this series has started off with a bang.
Yeah, look, I think I've been wrong nearly on every prediction today, and I'll admit that. I know I talked about this before the stream, even that my predictions aren't far wrong.
They've been pretty far wrong today.
Yeah, Mockit have definitely shocked me openingly 1-0 here in a game which, it's not been against the run of play. They've definitely put more pressure onto the French squad today, and it wouldn't shock me if they go 2-0 up quite quickly here.
And the pressure has told early stages as it gone 1-0. Sika gets a kill onto Zur. This should be another kill onto Squashy. This flag should be on the move, but fortunately for Mockit, they've got 2 kills as well. But SLG does have the help of Legend on this side, and his teammates are spawning front base. So that can only mean Mockit are already pressed up and they're over towards this car side, which you can see by the player outlines. They are there. Flag is a little bit in no man's land over towards that car side, and you can see 2 of the boys on Cartel, Sika and Legend, getting that recover, and it's 1-1. We're tied up already, Caleb.
Legend's been a bit quiet. Not as well. 10 kills maybe, that's a lie, but I haven't seen him make any huge plays yet. Sort of ticking away, getting those kills, but yeah, 1-1. Definitely interesting game. Mockit haven't been able to keep momentum there, and definitely Cartel have answered back quite strong.
But Shady's got too much pressure on him below in the Mockit base. He's cleared out. They've handled that threat. Looney putting some shots down, applying some pressure over towards the red side as well, but taken down with that camouflage, not able to utilise the camouflage as best as we would have liked. The flag is on the move, nades going down more. Zur just trying to secure this flag, but he cannot do so, and he is also taken down. And on the other side, it looks as though they're getting the recov, and they will start an attack of their own here, Caleb.
I've seen Batchford make another questionable play here. He tried to put pressure on red 2 instead of going up to help the flag runner and to lay down pressure, especially when he was on top mid at the time. Definitely interesting anyway. The flag now being pulled again by Squashy. He's going to try to go out the window here, run it across top mid. This will be, if he can just get it across here, this could be, just unlucky, because that could have been a great opportunity to take the lead again from them. It's going to get returned. SLG with that return, and we're all square again.
I would have liked to see him just briefly try and get his shields back there, maybe throw it towards Batchford, who was looking to supply some help there top middle, but unfortunately he was taken down before he could do so. A little bit overzealous, trying to get that flag home quickly, and because of that he paid the price with his life, and it looks as though Mockit's flag is now being pulled and is on the move, but it stopped for just a moment. 2 kills in favour of the French guys, Cartel, so we may see this flag get relayed a little bit more. No, it looks as though Mockit have recovered just in time. Great job from them, playing great defense, but the Cartel are swarming and they're all over them. Unlimited pressure at the moment.
Yeah, well, this is where it's going to be a test now for Mockit, because the French guys are quite aggressive, like I've mentioned many times today. But they seem to be holding and withstanding that pressure at the minute. They've gone past the halfway point now in terms of time. It's still 1-1. They're not being totally outclassed. It's definitely good series so far from them, and it'll be interesting as we go along that can they maintain this sheer concentration and pressure on Cartel. It's definitely upsetting anyway.
The old saying is pressure is for tires, and Cartel is showing that at the moment, as they haven't wilted, they haven't been shaken, there's been no wobbles, no early signs or faults in their armour at the moment. They're still fighting it out. Mockit doing a great job of keeping pressure, keeping momentum, and keeping with them all the way. 2 kills for Squashy. Flag on the move, but every single time they're about to get the flag on the move, a clutch kill comes in for Cartel. But Squashy has gotten it over the halfway point. Can he relay? Can he get it home? Batchford's behind enemy lines. He puts some shots down, gets a lovely little bit of pressure on, and that's 2-1 in favour of Mockit. And boy, oh boy, we've got a game on our hands.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Squashy, I said he made big plays. I think he's definitely going to be in the team of the week this week if he continues the way he's been going. You know, that is a big play to steal it across the halfway line, and instead of putting himself under pressure by going to chase after it and run the flag on ahead, he reverted back and got the assistance for his teammate, and the communication was there for the flag to run on in.
Squashy making all the right plays at all the right times at the moment. SLG dies down towards the toilet, and Batchford and co looking to head in towards this car side, but is taken down. So great defense by Cartel, and they'll be looking to pull the flag off their own. SLG over towards the opposite side, as at the moment Legend top middle soars into blue base, putting this pressure down immediately, but Mockit are off the respawn. They're almost back to full force as well, and because of that, Legend is taken down by Z, and they're playing great defense at the moment as Mockit.
Well, what do you say, or what do you do here if you're Mockit? Like, is the best defense a good offense in this situation? Do you just try and keep putting a bit of pressure and just holding Mockit or Cartel back by being a nuisance behind enemy lines, or do you turtle up here a bit and try just?
I think if you're Mockit, you carry on doing exactly what you've been doing. You're already reaping the rewards of what you've sown. They're 2-1 to the good, and time is on their side. Flag is out, 2 players down though, however, so there will be a moment here where they have to try and play this perfectly. Squashy gets taken down. Importantly, he gets that kill with the help of his teammate, and as Shady takes down Z as well. Will this flag get scored in? Will it make it all the way? Does it have the legs in it? It does. It's 2-2, and unfortunately now Mockit are down 3 members, and we may see a back-to-back cap here, Caelan.
Yeah, and the camo with SLG at the minute too. This is definitely not going to go the way of Mockit. They're under pressure here coming in from the bubble side. If that one goes down, SLG does fall, but the flag moving across now. I don't know what happened there, Zoe.
Was it a ghost melee? It looks like a ghost melee.
Yeah.
We will definitely give him the benefit of the doubt. It looks as though he did get the lunge, but he was taken down, and if that is the way that he loses the game, he will be incredibly frustrated. But it's 2-2. Flag still out. Flag on the move. Legend gets taken down by Looney. Great work from him. He needs to dive on this recoup. Get some shots from the SLG.
Oh,
triple kill for Looney. He's going off. He's going huge.
That's a huge play from him. You talk about diving on the flag. You take the risk, obviously. Triple kill for him, a big play for him just to keep his team in this game, because best offense or best defense is an offense here.
And Sika answers back with a double kill of his own. Make that a triple kill. No, Z shuts him down. Double kill for Z. He's staying alive. It's been such a difficult kill, prolonging his death, and there it is. Shady finally takes him down, but he's done enough to prolong and make sure his teammates can get back up off the rip and help him from the respawn, and maybe keep some sort of map momentum here as well, map dominance. Looney's staying alive in the Alex as well. It's just regen his shield. Sika takes him down as well. Shady out in the front base takes down. Batchford takes down as well. We see Looney fall, but it's honours even at the moment. This could go either way with only a minute left and 45 seconds.
This is the interesting part of a game. Do you sacrifice? Do you hopefully go waiting for overtime here, or do you just put a pressure moment on the Mockit guys, as they're going to do here? They're every rolling in. They're going to run with the flag here. Legend.
We have a camouflage. We have a camouflage on the map. It's in play. It's gone into Sika's chest. Flag is on the move, and Sika has opted to take the flag with the camouflage. I don't know if I like that play. He's down a couple of members, but he scored it anyway. It's 3-2 for Cartel. But boy, oh boy, did Mockit put up a good fight there.
Oh, definitely. But look, I don't want to sound, pessimistic here, but these are the sort of games that Mockit has to win. Because when you look at the stats, a quick look at them, you look at that slay count, like absolutely outslays Mockit in most of the occasions there. When you have somebody like Legends and SLG who are going to do the business for you, this next game could be a real rough one for Mockit. Mockit suffered last week on a Slayer Refuge against Power, I believe, and Kimbo just went off. So it could be the same situation. These are the games that they need to win.
Well, Shady, let's touch upon him. He's got himself 4,000 plus damage, the highest damage in the game. An incredible job out of him. He must have just been shooting everything that moved. I think at one point he fired a shot towards me, and I said, "Whoa, I'm only here to watch, fella. You don't need to take me down as well." But he was absolutely on a tear. 28 kills, 21 assists, and only the 22 deaths. So an absolute brute force was the Shady man. Legend had a good game as well himself, as it seems as though Caelan Doyle is a huge fan of one Legend. We will be going into game 2 now. It looks like it's going to be Refuge Slayer. This is going to be a little bit steamrolly, depending on if you get the power weapons early on, if you get the picks with the sniper rifle, and then use the sniper rifle to maybe secure the rocket launcher and just control ring and control those teams off the spawn. What way do you see this going here, Caelan?
Like I said there just about 30 seconds ago, this is going to be a real rough one for Mockit, to be honest. I think it wasn't something that was their strong point last week against Power.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've made one change with Zaw. I don't know if that's going to be Cartel have made one change too with Legends. This is going to be the game that'll suit them. If they do turn around and get both power weapons, it could be, a steamrolling session, and we could be looking at an early 2-0 win here for Cartel and going into a game 3 with all the control on their side.
Yeah, ifs, buts, and coconuts, one way or another, we're going to find out within the next 12 to 15 minutes in this Slayer game as we load up onto Refuge, once known as Sanctuary. It's taken a long time, but we're finally in. Sniper rifles, rocket launchers, all the good stuff. We have seen Royal 2 control Ring 3 once upon a time. We're seeing Frosty back on the NA side of things, and looking to echo that across the pond is us European lads, Seeker, Legend, SLG and Shady. They've been looking to close this game out, close this series out if they can, get themselves 2-0 to the good, and maybe try to take this series 3-0, but it can all end here. If Mockit can get themselves back into the series, they had a close run thing on Truth. They need to make sure they don't go 2 down in the series here Caelan.
Yeah, well, if you can just stop them from holding on to that power weapon. There's Zoe sitting here with the rockets. He needs to, be efficient with it. Make sure he gets a kill with it at least, because there's only one rocket left in it. You see somebody going up there in ring 3. He's just looking to see if he can find some motion that there's a grenade that comes in, and Shady punishes him for a bit of hesitation.
He's lost the rockets. He tried to find that player waiting for him to just expose himself so he could bank a rocket off one of the walls to get that splash damage kill, but unfortunately he was taken down. Zell gets a kill onto Seeker. Looney all alone in ring for a moment. He has control. Can he get this kill? They'll take player down to no shields, desperately trying to stay alive. He does get a kill, but Shady is going off that sniper rifle. I think we should go over there and give him some love.
Yeah, he is doing damage at the minute. 5 kills and 0 deaths. Killing spree for him. In total control with the sniper. He's 4 bullets left in it. Takes one down on Looney. Looks again.
Finds the face of Looney. Finds the face of Sir. He is going off, and last week I asked Wonderboy, have this team made a conscious change, and SLG doesn't actually pick up the sniper rifle anymore. Instead they're giving it to Shady, and every single time a sniper rifle is up, it does seem to find itself in Shady's hands. I don't know if it's tactical, I don't know if it's all just a case of he finds it on the map, but at the moment, as he found himself in the right place at the right time, he's finding faces with the sniper rifle. Importantly, great shots out of him, and that no scope was tasty.
All the control going on their side. If you're Mockit, you don't want to let this gap go up too much further at the minute early on. We're just crossing into the 2-minute mark now of the match. New cycle of weapons. Rocket's going to go up again here, and Sika has his eyes on it.
Legend over towards this ringside on the bonfire, jumps up towards this window now. They've secured rocket launcher. Can they turn this into kills now? They have the resources, they just need to turn them into score on the map. As you see, Legend still patrolling the ring, just making sure they have control. Rockets patrolling as well, down towards ring 1 for a moment. Looks as though they're in the hands of Shady. Maybe we should give Shady a little bit of love as he gets a double kill there. This is Shady's game at the moment.
Yeah, we talked about Kimbo last week.
He's taking control, grabbing the game by the scruff of its neck, and they're up by 10 kills already, and this train shows no signs of slowing down here, Caleb.
No, it doesn't. 10 kills. There's another stick for Shady. He's sitting on 13 kills and 1 death. That's half the kills on Cartel at the minute. 13 kills, 1 death. There's another one. Let's see if he can get unlucky on Looney there, but that's some performance out of him. And like I said, this is the sort of game that was going to suit Cartel, and the importance why Mockit really will be kicking themselves at losing that CTF on True.
Well, in game 1 you talked about how Legend can sometimes be 2 men, but at the moment Shady is scoring more than 2 of his teammates combined. Make that 3. All 3 of his teammates combined still don't have the same score as Shady, as Sika only has 3 kills and 7 deaths at the moment, so Shady is a one-man army at the moment.
He's unbelievable. 15 kills, 3 deaths, 29 kills in the total. He's going to go absolutely kills here at the minute. Just looking here at Looney with the sniper. He needs to make up some kills here at the minute, otherwise this game is going to be going away from him quite quickly. They're 9 kills behind. He's just chasing shadows here.
Look at this. He doesn't know what he's looking at. The shadows are fighting back though, and he's been taken down. He didn't seem to know what he wanted to do. Shoot, punch, snipe, whatever it was. None of it worked, and he's now just donated a sniper rifle. UPS didn't even have to sign his name. No initials needed. Sniper rifle go over towards Cartel. SLG's got the wig peeler in his hand. They've got the rock launcher. It's going from bad to worse. As SLG finds the back of the head of Squashy, they're in all kinds of trouble here.
Yeah, maybe I got this prediction right, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be one-way traffic from here on in. They've got that sniper in their hands. 2 of them, SLG and Shady, had it there, and Sika had the rockets too. So like that's all control. We talked about what Mockit needed to stop and stop that power weapons getting in their hands, and it's all them at the minute. They're nearly double digits in terms of they're double the score ahead at the minute, 42 to 25. You know, this is just Cartel at their finest, really. It suits them just perfectly. You will have I don't know what else I can say about it. It's been an incredible performance from Shady. He's sitting on 20 kills at the minute. Legend sitting on 11. Like, you know, we did talk about how the difference that Legend makes to the squad, but Shady's definitely been a top performer this week.
Well, I can tell you, a broken clock is right twice a day, and Kalen has finally got a prediction right. But this time it wasn't Legend going off, it's all Shady all the time. He's not doing any messing around here. Maybe he has some plans for the rest of the evening. He's trying to get this series done and dusted quite quickly. It's maybe it is Coronation Street, or maybe it's La Coronation. I don't know what it is in French, what the translation would be. But at the moment, he's steamrolling straight through Mockit like a hot knife through butter. 50 kills at 31, just shy of a steak dinner. We'll be going to game 3. Mockit are down 2-0 in the series, and the writing's on the wall here, Caelan, surely.
I mean, I don't know what else you can say. 20 kills, 2,500 damage from Shady, 56% accuracy. I mean, everybody except for Looney. Looney's the only one who went positive, 14 and 13, which is at least some positive to take away from this game. But you know, I don't know. It's an objective next. They really gotta, you know, take advantage of these objectives and stay away from the Slayers as much as possible, and pray that they can, you know, keep momentum going into if a game 5, if it even happens. I think it's Truth Slayer at the end. Maybe.
So we have Oddball Fisher for game 3, and if Cartel have their way, they'll put a bow on this series now, and they'll make themselves grand finals champions for 2 out of the 3 weeks, and it'd be a brave man to bet against them now. Batchford had a game to forget that last game, just barely scraping over the 1k damage, as did Zuh as well. So I have to say, it does look ominous now. Signs are pointing towards a two grand final champion for the Cartel side. SLG, Shady, Sika, and Legend showing no signs of slowing down here. As we look now to load up the game, Caelan, what are your thoughts? Have you thought of anything for a little raffle rollaway giveaway? What is your giveaway for the grand finals after this is finished?
I'll leave it till the end because it is going to take inspiration from your giveaway last week, actually, on the numbers. It's not to do with numbers.
Look at this, man.
First one in the chat that gets it, but we'll wait for that. Anyway, going ahead with this is going to be an interesting game. I think Mockit, with your excellent communication, they showed how well they did in periods against Final Form. They gotta keep that up again against this Cartel squad. This Cartel squad will outslay them, but you know, objectives aren't about slays.
Well, it actually looks as though they've loaded up strongholds in the rig, so maybe we're not getting an oddball game at all. And I much prefer to watch a Strongholds game myself anyway, so I'm all for it. But they have started the game while Shady was a different colour, so we will have to reset the lobby. But while we do that, we've had this French side win 2 out of the 3 tournaments. Next week, do you see it going a similar way if Power can't get themselves back in shape?
Whoa! They haven't won 2 out of the 3.
Well,
you're counting your chickens before the hatch here.
Haven't they? Haven't they?
It's only 2-0. It's only 2-0.
Haven't they though?
Well, until I see that scoreboard said 3-0, I will not say that they won that. You know, we've seen things like this happen before.
Like I said to you before, you're a coward and you sit on the fence. I'm telling you right now, they've won 2. I'm saying it. They've won 2 right now, and I'll fight any man that tells me any different. They've won. This series is already 3-0 in favor of the French guys. But what do you think of Power? They had a wobble early on. They got taken out by Final Form, who of course are no slouch and were fully deserving of winning against Jimbo and co. But what do they need to do to bounce back to maybe rival this French side?
I think questions will be asked of themselves. I'd like to go back and see the series of Jimbo's stream just to see what happened. I think it went to a 3-2 game. Look, some things that can happen. There is just sheer raw talent like Precision and Mist out there that, you know, on their day can beat anybody, and they proved it. Maybe they were too overconfident when they played against Mockit. Maybe, just little mistakes from like Sparky in that oddball game. Unfortunately, I don't want to call him out, but
you just did.
And it just did. Unfortunately, situations like that happen, and that can change the game, because that could have been a situation where they could have went on to win in a Slayer, maybe in game 5, or you know, they could be in the final here at the minute. But Power, look, they'll come back strong next week. I think we will see the dream matchup of Power and Cartel at some point.
Yeah, we'll hopefully get a grand final at some point of a Cartel versus Power, but we still have a game on our hands and a series on our hands, although I have already predicted it's going to be 3-0 and we're going to see a French Cartel champions again, 2 out of the 3. But maybe Mockit can prove me wrong. Maybe I'm giving them all the fuel that they need to say, do you know what, Jersey, you think that's the way it's going to go? I'll show you something a little bit different. We'll put on a reverse sweep. And I'll tell you something, I'll fall on that sword and I'm all for it. As Dooney picks up the camouflage, immediately slips off the map, and there he goes, down to the abyss, and you do not want to see that grand finals on a game you need to win.
That is just unfortunate. And there's Zod down to, you know, like I said, situations like this, wee mistakes can make a big difference. All of a sudden, that was an overshield play, or not an overshield, camel play that they had, and just wasted. And you need whenever you get opportunities like that, you can't afford to waste them against somebody like Cartel.
Can we get the maintenance crew out here onto the rig? There's wet floors everywhere. We need some cones out here to make sure that people know there's goddamn slipping hazards out here on the map. We're seeing people slip off into the abyss. We've lost a good man. Right, he has a family, and now he's paid the price. He's off the map with the camouflage. SLG gets the kill. They're scoring all the while. Railgun was in his hand for a moment. Batchford gets a double kill. Will we see this? We do finally see Mockit score. They're back on point, and maybe they can make a little bit of a series out of this game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting now to see how the teams rotate and prioritise the different strongholds at the minute. Mockit are spawning on Bunker to take the VR base and start the scoring, but immediately they'll lose Nest again. Do you want somebody like Legend in there just being a bit of a nuisance, you know, just maybe not fully capturing a base, but just, you know, putting the pressure in so that, you know, it takes the pressure off one of their other strongholds? But just as we say that, triple cap.
What I can say is Kaelan is the leading and founding member of the I Love Legend Appreciation Club. He has t-shirts, hats, badges printed. If you need to get yourself any of that merch, it's basically just Legend's face on anything he can sell. Mugs, you know, biscuit tins, it doesn't matter. He's put his face on everything. If you're looking for that, get in touch with Europa Halo. They can ship you out some scarves of I Love Legend, because he's definitely a part of the fan club at the moment. Legend, though, just as we say that, he gets himself a kill in the feed. Let's jump on board with Shady, who actually has camouflage. Let's see what he can do with it.
He's going to be dangerous out here on Catwalk. Everything seems to be running in the favour of Cartel at the minute. They have that camo, they have the railgun there, they have the scoring. Pressure's all on Mockit to answer something here. There goes the triple cap again. It just, look, I'll give in. Maybe your prediction might be right for this one.
Yeah, see, Sherzy's right all of the time, unlike Kaelan, who decides to sit in the fence, and when he finally does make a call, it's wrong. So he's absolutely useless. I don't even know why I got him on this thing. doesn't know what he's talking about, does this Kalen lad? Anyway, Shady with the camouflage, with the scar shot. It's all plain sailing, smooth at the moment, Kalen. It's only a matter of when, not if, right at the moment.
Yeah, look, it's Shady going off again here. I mean, 9 kills for him. The kill feed, like if you look at the kill count, 11 kills for Sika, 6 for SLG, 11 on Shady, or 11 on Legends, sorry, and Shady on 6. Comparison then to Mockit, Bashford at 8, Looney on 3, Squashy on 2, and Zoe on 7. So, you know, outslayed, outperformed here, just outmaneuvered. There's every time, you know, you talk about frustrating that you capture something and then at the other end of the map, Cartel have captured it. It just happens. It's all one-way traffic here today.
They've been outgunned and outmatched thus far in the grand finals, but there's still a little bit of time left and still a little bit of sand left in the glasses. They started scoring for a brief moment, but again, it got transferred over. Cartel take control. You know, water is wet every single time. It looks as though they show signs of life, Mockit. Cartel just say, yep, we'll have this base, thank you very much. And again, they keep on scoring, and if I'm a Mockit player, my head's gone.
Yeah, I think you're just chasing shadows. You're running down blind alleyways. You know, it's what do you do? Like, you know, you're down by such a distance. It's game 3. Do you have the motivation to, you know, to pick yourself up here? You've had everything, just little small things going against you the whole way in this series. It's very difficult to see Mockit come out here now. I'd love to be wrong.
Well, but, you ask what do you do, and I'll tell you what you do. You go on to Twitter and you start composing your last tweet now. I was lagging. I had no vibration in my control pad. A cat jumped onto my control pad as well. That'll also work. Dog has actually chewed half of my analog stick. Anything will do, but start composing that tweet now because you're in big trouble, and it's only a matter of time. Every single time you score one, you lose one. Time and time again. And again, Cartel in full control of the map and of the series.
Look, you only need 2 strongholds to start scoring, and that's what they're doing. They don't need to bother getting all-out pressure on triple caps. They just need to keep the rotations strong and keep it together. And look, there we go. GG. Cartel, 3-0 winners today.
As the time goes down, Cartel's score goes up 100-18. And like I said, it was a 3-0. I'd already given them the championship. It's no surprise to me. It was Kalen who decided he was going to sit on the fence. But now we have seen Cartel. Congratulations to them. They've got Legend back. They're back on top again in European Halo. And I cannot wait to see what happens again next week. But they can enjoy it now. They can enjoy the prize money. They can enjoy the plaudits and the adoration they have for coming out on top again in week number 3. Kalen, what are your finishing thoughts there in that series?
Look, Cartel had too much for them, unfortunately. I think, look, full credit to Mockit. I think they had a great run today and, you know, an excellent semi-final performance. It's definitely an improvement from the weeks that they've played in the past. I think maybe they haven't even broke past top 8 in the previous 2 weeks. So, look, this is progress. They'll go back to the drawing board this week. There'll be plenty of scrims. I know Bashford will want to be grinding away at this game. You know, he's got a sniff of an opportunity here in a grand final. Unfortunately, it's not going their way today, and it'll only get tougher next week with Power probably looking to make up for this week.
Yeah, no doubt. Power will be like a wounded animal, and they'll come back stronger again next week. They'll no doubt go through the reviews of the VODs, what they've done wrong, and they'll correct any sort of problems that they had there very, very quickly. It could have been an off day for them, and Final Form took full advantage of that, and great display of them. And we love a little shock every now and again as well. So it was good to see Power getting turned on their head, and it'll be humbling for them as well, because maybe they thought it was going to be a clean run to the grand finals, but unfortunately not this time, and they have some work to do with themselves. And we love to see them back again in week 4. But you had a little giveaway you wanted to do, so let's hear it. Let's hear it. Go on, okay. Let's hear it.
So I've had my mug of tea before we all started here. Unfortunately, we're all out of tea. But on the cup is a famous gaming franchise. The first person to guess what gaming franchise is on that cup is the winner.
Right. So gaming franchises in a game.
Billy, you're wrong.
So Spilly gets Fallout. I feel like if it's actually Halo, our standards have fallen. If it's Halo, if it's going to be that easy and that quick that it's just going to be Halo, there was no riddle to it whatsoever. No, the number game is way better. I want to hear in the chat. We should just
nobody's got it so far.
We should have just done numbers. We could be here all night.
We could be here all night. It's quite an obvious one. Well, not an obvious one. It's quite a main sort of stream one. It's not like something silly.
It's nothing silly.
Unfortunately, still nothing yet. Oh, I wonder why you got Europa Halo. It's not Europa Halo.
Maybe it should have been.
I still don't see it here, unfortunately.
I guess I'll go anyway. So good luck in the chat to whoever wins anyway, right? Yeah. We could be here.
Still
Be here all
nothing.
night.
Still nothing, unfortunately. Still not getting it. How's people not getting this one? This one's a quite. So anyway, look, congratulations to Cartel. If I see it, I'll shout. You can go to sleep there, Shersey. Still nothing. I can give you a hint. It's a famous Italian plumber. Who's the first one to type it? Because I'm fed up. There we go. D. Doris. Jesus.
Sweet Jesus, thanks for that.
Mario. So look. There we go.
Why does Luigi never get any love? Isn't he a plumber as well? Aren't they plumbing brothers?
Yeah. Well.
Why does Luigi never get the love?
I don't know. Unfortunately, it should be Waluigi that should get.
Does Wario know his way around a kitchen sink as well? I don't know. But anyway, we've finally gotten away to that terrible giveaway.
That was not a terrible.
In true fashion, Kaelin is going to let me down one more time, right? But with any closing remarks there as we tie a little bow on our coverage of the Halo 5 Pro Series. We had a great display from Cartel. They've gone and done it again. Any closing remarks before we head off?
Bring back Wonder Boy.
Bring back Wonder Boy. I echo those sentiments. I do echo those sentiments. But thanks so much to Kaelin for jumping on and filling in for Wonder Boy. He had big shoes to fill, and boy oh boy, he didn't fill them at all. It's all love though. Thanks so much for Kaelin, and to everybody who stuck in and watched us. We'll end it off now. Have a good night and take care, fellas.
Thanks.
Every time you say that, Harry, they throw things. You need to stop over. Oh no! Plummet's not alone here. Oh no, Plummet!
As I hear, just to watch out.
Oh, big days. Oh, big days.